Hey y'all, welcome back. Glad you're here. Come on in, have a seat. If you don't know me, my name is TK. You are here at BUTK Unfiltered, and this channel is about a little bit of makeup, a little bit of cooking, and a whole lot of fun. If that sounds like a good time to you, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. And if it doesn't sound like a good time to you, the screen swipes up, screen swipes down, and you can find something to watch. And with that said, today's video is going to be all about ShopMissA Cosmetics, and we did a little mini haul from their AO Studio, which is all about saving animals from cruelty, from testing, etc. And that is always important to me. And if that's important to you, then stick around. We're going to test how these products work.
Yeah. Oh, they don't know me like they think they know me.
My niece told me about ShopMissA. Everything's like $1. So that sounds like it's right within my budget. I am a programmer, by the way, and you would think we make more, but we don't. First of all, it sounded like the right price. Second of all, it sounded like a great cause. They use the money from this particular line that they have to rescue animals from animal cruelty situations and to work against animal testing for different kinds of products. You know, there's lots of products, not just cosmetics, that are tested on animals. So as I looked through all the products, I really couldn't believe the prices, and I'm like, okay, I've bought dollar store. Actually, my niece and I did a dollar store makeup challenge. We went to Dollar Tree and we bought all makeup. If you haven't checked out her channel, it's Mascaras and Mixers. It's on YouTube. She does lots of really neat reviews on there and some fantastic looks. Also, you can follow her on Instagram at Mascaras and Mixers and for a lot more makeup looks. And she tests some pretty cool indie brands, so you don't want to miss out on that. But I was staying near her in a hotel, so went to her place in the afternoon. We did the dollar store makeup challenge. We took some pictures, wore the makeup through dinner into the evening, went back to the hotel. So I might have had it on maximum about 6 hours, and the next day was Sunday. Came home. By Monday morning, I had little bumps all over my face. My eyes were burning.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
I'm not saying that it was all the dollar store makeup, but that was really the only variable because I hadn't used any makeup other than that whole weekend, other than doing that one challenge. And so when she told me, it's like, oh, it's, you know, everything's $1. And once I found out what the money was used for that they made from this line, I chose everything from that line. If you go to ShopMiss, there's they have other lines, but I chose everything from the AO Studio. So I really did limit myself to just that. And by that same token, I didn't see any palettes there. I did pick out some individual eye shades, but they are loose pigment. And thanks to JD Glow Cosmetics, I have been working a little bit more with loose pigments. So I think it'll be fine to try to do an eye look with these. It's not, we're going to definitely use true eye primer because we're going to need that tackiness to use these. I do have mixing medium, but I think I'm going to try to use them just loose. I think I'm going to try to use them just as is and some fluffy brushes. We'll just see how that goes. And, you know, hey, you might get a free show. So I picked this one, which is a very pretty green cream. They're all shimmers because I'm sort of a shimmer bish. This one is a purple gray. Oops, sorry. Get that big giant claw out of the way. And this one is definitely green. So I don't know if it's just not, if it's me, if it's just my camera not focusing. There we go. Sort of. I don't know. Camera's being kind of stupid today. All right. For $1, they have these buttercream gel liners. I don't know if any of you are working with gel liners. I just discovered them not that long ago. Some of you might be like, I live for gel liners. Other people are like, no, I need a pencil or a Summit. But I found this Morphe brush. I don't know if any of you have this particular phenomenon at your house, but you lay a brush down and then it's gone. It just disappears. There's like a hole or whatever. It's just... Okay, so I was very surprised to see gel liners in a collection like this, and especially at that price point. I chose the buttercream. I was trying, obviously as I'm picking these products, I'm trying to get an eye look together. I love that kind of green and the greenish purple reflect one they had. So I chose like a greenish mermaid type color of gel, and I've already tested this a little bit. I've swatched it, and I'm going to show you swatches of everything. And I've got primer in my hand, and I'm going to use a brush for swatching. Number one, because I think that's probably the most accurate way that you can show that how something actually works. It's going to work for you. The second reason is I hate having product on my hand, so that's what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to show it to you. Are you ready? Oh my gosh, take a look at that. Okay, first thing we have over here is the buttercream gel liner. And it's in like that, again, that mermaid green. Right next to it is the highlighter, which isn't really super obvious. Down here on my wrist, that's the blush, so you can see that. And then here are the colors. So we're looking at that's the green. That's the purple pink. Okay. That's that white. Now, I'm telling you right now, that is crazy. Look at that. How beautiful that is. And this is the sort of mermaidish teal green. Do you want to see my dog? Look, I'm going to show you my dog. There she is. Say hi, Nixie. I don't know if she just wanted to be in the picture or what. But there she is. By the way, she's Night Goddess Nix on Instagram if you're interested. She does not have her own YouTube channel. Good heavens. I don't know. I might. You want a YouTube channel? I'm not sure how many videos of her sleeping I could possibly publish. Anyways, let's get started. I went ahead and I got an illuminating primer. You're gonna get sick of seeing me in my like Adam Savage glasses, because I'm a programmer trying to be nerdy. So this has got pretty much the typical sort of things that you would see. It does have mica in it, so it might flash back on photos, but I get that feeling that that's the point of it. It's an illuminating primer, so it's supposed to be a little bit glowy. One thing it does have is dimethicone, which, as anybody knows, you see that in those pore blurring primers. So you got that going for you. And honestly, what I paid for the e.l.f. poreless putty, I mean, if this does something similar, that'd be awesome. So I would normally put this bronzing gel into my foundation, kind of give me like a tan, a little bit of color anyway, so that I don't just walk around haunting places with my paleness. This has mica in it as well, so this might flash back as well. This has the parabens in it, so if you're paraben sensitive, you don't want to use this. However, and there's no however to the studies that have shown that parabens can act like estrogens in the body. And I understand that. I understand it very well, that a lot of breast cancers are, and a lot of certain other cancers are estrogen receptive. So if you prefer not to use parabens, these products won't be for you. I think we're pretty good in everything else. Actually, I know we're good in everything else. It would just be these things that would have the parabens in them. Moving on. You know, that went on very... It felt like a poreless primer. It felt very, I'll tell you what it didn't feel like. Sometimes the poreless primers, to me, especially the poreless putty primer, feel waxy. And I'm sure it's the dimethicone, but they feel really heavy and waxy. This one does not. And even when I had kind of a lot on there, I didn't feel it. I don't see my pores disappearing, but at my age, I doubt that's ever going to really happen. So go ahead. And we'll leave that on there. I like to do my eyes first. I was going to do the foundation next, but I think I'm just going to let that primer do some work. It's got a lot of work to do. And I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes at this point. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I don't really have a transition color. But let's try, okay. But I'm going to try something kind of fun. I think this will be fun. I'm going to hit that purple right in that crease. And we're going to, okay, yeah. This goes on as a loose powder very nicely. All right. I wouldn't really complain about that. If you're using a good primer, you can do this. I'm going to tell you the truth because they are as beautiful. They are as beautiful and buttery on, like, honestly, this is really nice. I'm surprised. I am not saying these are nice for a $1 shadow. These are nice. If I'd paid $10 for these, because that's a lot of product, are looking at probably 1/8 of a cup. Probably 1/8 of a cup of shadow. And that's a lot. I think you go to your kitchen. Get a cup. Honestly, this is crazy. So now I'm going to hit that with that beautiful green. Like that lovely, lovely, like mermaid green that we had. We're just going to blend that right in there. And I'm going to hit that outer, that very outer with the green. I'm going to hit it over here too. One thing I'll say, these are super pigmented. So you are not going to be lacking for an eyeshadow. And I know you're like, where the heck? What are you doing? Trust me, this all comes together. That is gorgeous. That is just beautiful, gorgeous. Those shimmers, I don't even know if you can see it. It's breathtaking. And the way it all goes on is amazing. And I can't believe that these are actually loose powders that I'm using. And I'm using them straight out of the jar. And there's no mixing medium necessary. It just isn't. And I'm going to hit that inner corner with this white that we've got here. I don't have my brows done yet. I will do my brows. But they didn't have, I didn't have a brow product that I could find. So I didn't get a brow product. And I am saying this all, I'm saying, well, I didn't find it. Well, it's not to say that ShopMissA doesn't have a brow product. What I'm saying is that I restricted myself to the AO Studio collection. So if I didn't find something or didn't get something, it might be because it just wasn't available the night that I got these or something like that. I'm going to try to use some of that eyeliner underneath there. This is unbelievable. I mean, I just can't believe, like with just 3 shades, like we did this, like this is pretty cool looking. This is sort of Starry Night kind of. I like it anyways. And that's all that matters. A lot of people they'll use like a very dark black, like opaque black liner along here and then put the lashes on. And if I do that, you'll never see my... And anyways, lashes suck for me. My lashes suck. And then me doing lashes sucks. So that's like double suck. You knew I was going to go for this. You knew I was going to hit the Life's a Drag. I'm going back in. I'm going in for the black for shady. And I'm just doing that outer corner. That is all. Like, I'm not going for a big wing or anything. I'm just working on that outer corner. When you are working with a color like this, you have got to go slow, go easy, or the color will take over and do what it wants. You have to control it to make it do what you want. I decided to color my hair. My wonderful, incredible son did my hair, helped me do my hair, which is it's nothing big. I just wanted something darker. But the thing is, it went real dark. And now I feel like that changes the... Like, I feel like that changes a lot about what I can do, what I can use for brows and stuff. But my brows are... I have a scar over here. So that hair... The hair actually grows there, but it grows like all crazy and not in the right patterns. So I don't really outline my brows. I sort of just... I use eyeshadow a lot for brows. So... sometimes, which I think is what I think is really cool about that is if you've got a really like absolute, you know, if you get a really absolute bitchin' purple thing going on, you could do like a purple brow. Why not? Or you do white. You do whatever you want. Well, I don't know if you want to do that for work. Put something in the comments if you wear like, if you're allowed to wear like really awesome makeup to work. Well, I mean, I work a regular job. I work as a programmer for a printer mailer here in North Carolina. I'm in North Carolina if y'all haven't figured that out. And there's sort of like, rules, stuff, and things about hair color, makeup. Like, you're not supposed to do really crazy hair color. So the one time I did some hair color and it just didn't turn out the way I wanted to. I'd never used this in my permanent hair color. So my hair was like kind of bleached from the summer. And then I decided to put a semi-permanent hair color in it that was red. But I thought it was red. I thought it was red like, you know, like redhead red, like dark redhead red. But it wasn't. It was like dark red. McDonald's sort of red. And then it was a nightmare. I don't know if you've used demi-permanent hair or semi-permanent hair color. If I said demi, I meant semi-permanent hair color. I don't know if you've ever used it. If you used it, you know exactly what I'm about to say. And what I'm about to say is, it looked like I murdered a family of beets in my bathtub when I was done. And I don't think they were really happy with it at work. They were kind of like, weird hair color. Because they're pretty traditional people. But I was like, well, I didn't mean it. It'll grow out. They were cool. So I'm going in with this BB cream, right? This is their foundation. And I said that, and if you see me looking to the side, I'm looking at my monitor. I'm having trouble with my camera staying focused, but that notwithstanding, this is what I said, you know, the parabens are definitely a thing. Oh, but she's got some coverage. Look at that. I like it. I did not get a concealer, and the reason I didn't get a concealer is because I don't wear a concealer. I'm going to try this with my makeup brush. I mean, with my foundation brush. I hesitate to use this because I'm sure it's got some of my own foundation left in it, and the other brush didn't. But I think I'm just going to pat this in and then try to use the other brush. Just use that to a minimum. Try to use the other brush to get this spread out. I do use brushes for pretty much everything. Like I said, I hate having stuff on my hands. This has pretty good coverage. I don't use concealer because here's the thing. When I started wearing makeup, it was the 80s. Okay. We all wanted to look like, I don't know, anything from Debbie Gibson to Cyndi Lauper. So when I started wearing makeup, I didn't really know like how to wear makeup, how to take care of your skin. We were still under the impression that alcohol was the best thing for pimples and that laying in the sun was good for you and all these things. So, now we know that they're not, but for my skin, some of that maybe, some of that I guess is a little too late. I have a lot of creases under my eyes, and I do put, I do try to put a lot of moisture under there and stuff and try to get rid of those wrinkles, but they're there. And concealer just shows them up. So I do not use a concealer. Without using a concealer, though, I'm going to say this. This has really good coverage, and I think I did a really good job of matching my skin tone. I am shocked. I'm kind of shocked. The pore blurring from the illuminating primer, the dimethicone that's in here, is definitely enough to get rid of some of the texture on my skin. And I'm pretty pleased with that. If you're going to put it up against the e.l.f. putty, then I would say no, it doesn't work as well as the e.l.f. putty. But if you're going to put it up against, like, from CoverGirl, this Ageless Primer, foundation primer, this has dimethicone in it as well. It also has caffeine, but it has dimethicone in it, and I'll tell you, that works pretty well. The e.l.f. primer works better, but this works as well as that. And I'm very surprised because I think I paid $8.99 for that. And I paid $1 for this. So in order to give the blush the best chance of performing well, I am going to use a little bit of finishing powder. I did not find a finishing powder. There may have been one. And the other thing that I did too was I did limit myself to saying, okay, everything has to cost $1 or really, really close to $1. So if there's a finishing powder there that's like $4, that's why I didn't get it. But I do want to use a little bit of my finishing powder. That finishing powder, if you didn't know, is going to be the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Finishing Powder. And we're just going to go over that foundation. So, oh, wow. Oh, y'all see that? Whoa. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, there was no way in the world that I thought this blush would be this beautiful and rosy. No. Did not see that coming. Not at all. That is incredible. That is truly incredible. I really like that. So y'all get you some. I'm gonna just hit a little bronzer. I won't buy this again. I bought it years and years ago before I really even knew before I knew what bronzer was. This is a real natural bronzer. And second of all, before I understood that makeup, honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. There is nothing in me in 2000 and anything that thought that animals were still being used for testing. We have enough human testing. We have enough empirical evidence and anecdotal evidence to know what's safe for humans. There is not reason number one why a dog or cat or rabbit or anything has to be tested on for something in a cosmetic. That is absolutely absurd and ridiculous. And I understand that at this point Rimmel is not cruelty free. I don't understand why you would feel like you need to do that. We have enough data. We don't need dogs. We need dogs. We don't need them to test cosmetics for us. Although I'm going to tell you, my bully has like the most amazing smoky eye I've ever seen. I was thinking about one time, like I'd like to do makeup like hers. And then people will be like, no, you're appropriating their dog culture or some dumb shit. Anyways, so the foundation has pretty good coverage. I wouldn't say it's maybe a light to medium coverage. So the way that spring works here in the South is you get spring for like an hour and then you're living in the devil's armpit for the next 7 months. So you get hot days, and heavy coverage makeup is not a thing in the summertime. All I'm saying is that if you live in a place like that where it's hot all the time, you might want to go ahead and use a lighter foundation, a lighter cover foundation like this. This is actually pretty good. I'm digging it. I'm liking it. So this highlighter, it's fine. It's fine. You can build it, I think, if you want to. Normally when I bring it down across my nose is when it, you can really see it, but it's not. If you're one of these people that really likes a big highlighter, so if you're Makeup by Jack or Manny MUA, you're not gonna like this highlighter that much. That said, it has a beautiful shift. It has a beautiful shift. It's very lovely. The color is beautiful. You can build it. I think I could build this up to a Moon Prism powder glow if I wanted to spend the time on it. Just right now I'm not going to do it. And that one is so gorgeous. And that is a liquid lipstick. It is not a gloss. So I was really surprised at that. The quality of all of the makeup that I've tried today is tremendous. It is so good. I'm just very surprised, and I'm so pleased that not only that, but the money that I have spent is gonna help animals. That is an absolute win-win. But then you also get amazing makeup. These are glosses, so these are all called Diamond Lip Gloss, and they're mostly they've got like a shift to them. Right? So they're sort of, this color, I love this color. Coral for the summer. Coral is an amazing color. Blue is nice too. This is like a bluish, whitish. It's not going to show up blue on your lips. And this one too is going to do about the same. It might give you a little bit of a pink tint, but it's not going to show up like, you're not going to have purple lips. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. It's got a strawberry taste to it. It's got a strawberry smell to it. It's like strawberry bubblegum. It goes on nicely. It goes on really smooth. And if you've ever struggled with a liquid lipstick, you know what I'm talking about. Where it can be clumpy, blotchy, you get good coverage in one area and then it just sort of fades out. This goes on like a wax lipstick. This, I can't even believe I'm going to say that. I'm going to put this, if I had to rank it, it's going to be up there in the top 5 of the liquid lippies that I currently own. I picked the right color too. No butthole lips. If you don't know what butthole lips are, you're going to have to go check out Robbie de Christie. This one. Honestly, that's kind of showing up blue. I think it may show up as purple in the final. This lipstick is amazing. Okay, so here we go. Final look for AO Studio from ShopMissA. I am shook. I am totally shook. Granted, I did not pick a transition color. These are loose pigments, but wow, if they don't look freaking amazing. And the lip is stunning. The blush is stunning. The foundation for I will say the foundation, as far as the foundation and the illuminating primer, again, parabens might be an issue. If you're not worried about that, the primer, I will give it to you. it definitely blurs your pores, which was really surprising. If you like light foundations, this might be your huckleberry. At the very least, this can be a very inexpensive speed rack that you kind of carry with you. Everything is small. And you could definitely pop all of this into a small makeup bag, pop it into your purse, have it with you, and still be able to recover a stunning look while you're out and about. So I want to thank you all for being here with me, for checking out. This is, once again, ShopMissA, the AO Studio line. Go check it out. I'm not being paid by them. I'm not sponsored or anything like that. It just was interesting to me and a very good cause. And I'm really glad that I have the products that I got. And I'm very glad that they worked out so well. So you want to help some animals. You want to save some coin on some cosmetics that are easy to travel with. Hey, this is your huckleberry. Thanks again for being here. I hope y'all have a great evening, great morning, wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hey y'all, welcome back. Glad you're here. What the fuck was that?